right, y'all boys, man. We back with another one, man. I feel like the energy back up. I feel like we on vibes.
Yes, sir.
Rick on the Douce, I'm on the Henny, so we on good vibes, man.
Yes,
Shoot, today's topic, man, is gonna be a topic that to be honest with you, makes or breaks relationships. So we talking about relationships, but the topic at hand really is finances, man. So, I mean, for me, one, I can tell you that finances are a major key. It's actually a taboo to be spoken of in some relationships, no matter how long you've been with that person.
Right.
But I'm gonna say y'all knew that I recently got married. Y'all was in my wedding, man, and I appreciate y'all. It was vibes. It was a beautiful event, man. I appreciate that. I'm all in, man, and it's the right one. So, so having this conversation with her, well, actually going into this one, I feel like the reason why we work so well is because we have difficult conversations, man. We have conversations that they're not surface level, you know what I'm saying? So we have in-depth conversations, and one of the main conversations is finances. Yeah. So, you know, when I met her, man, she already had a thing going. I mean, y'all kind of know the backstory with my wife now. Yeah. Amazing woman, got her stuff together, came from the corporate world, pursuing entrepreneurship, right now with her own podcast, ironically. So
what's the podcast?
Triggered AF. Okay. Yeah, with her and a good friend Alicia, man. So yeah, they check them out. They doing their thing right now. Yeah. So we sat around the table, and even as of recently, we going into 2023. We sat down at the dinner table one day and was like, hey. We just came off a lavish wedding. We just came off doing so many milestones in our relationship, acquiring a couple properties and having this wedding, like I stated before, and everything else, right? And having 401k set to the side, and then we just established a trust, a will for our kids and whatnot. So now going into 2023, we really wanted to see, okay, what's next? And one of the conversations that we had was establishing credit for our kids at a very young age, where we'll just add them as co-signers, and by the time they get 18, they already at a 700, 800 credit score, and they can just pretty much get whatever they need at that point. So this is all new to me. I said all that to say this is that I've never had that experience before with a girl, man. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm very private when it comes to my finances, even to this day, she's like, man, you only allow me to know what you want me to know. And I'm like, you're right. But I gotta know when to let that wall down. And I believe in having separate finances, but at the same time, if you want to grow together, you kind of have to have some type of transparency. You know what I'm saying? So going into the new year, we sat down at the table, like I said before, and we just wanted to establish some financial goals. And like I was saying, is that's something that's uncharted territories for me. But I'm embracing it because ever since her and I linked up, it's just we've been moving at a certain pace, and it's been up. So, and it's been unapologetically, it feels good, and I like it right here. You get what I'm saying? So but that's my interpretation of how I feel finances in a relationship should go. What's y'all take on that, man? I'd like to get y'all take on it.
And let me go back, because you just said something. You said you still kind of had your wall up.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, why us as men, well, there's a lot of men that's like that, myself included, why do we feel like we have to have that wall up when we talk about finances with our significant other? You feel me? Is it because we think they're going to take it, or like...
All right. Y'all want to address the elephant in the room, but I feel you, and I gladly will. You know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. So my fellas know, man. Yeah, they know I just came from not just came from, but I was in the middle of a bitter divorce with my last situation, my son's mom, and funny thing is, we just got off the phone early this morning on my way here, man, and that was probably the most calm and normal conversation I've had with her in the past 6 years, yo. Believe it or not, I had to look at the phone like, yo, she's trying to set a nigga up, or what was going on? Yeah. But it felt genuine. And she's like, man, she was like, yo, I'm at a point where I just want to just put Nate first, and I see you happy, and I just want to be happy. And I'm like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I had to hear her out on that. So that was dope, man, because y'all heard the stories. Y'all seen what I've been going through with her. But the reason why my guard was up is because divorce is an interesting thing, man. Look at our man, Ye. I don't agree with everything he does, but 98% of the stuff I've been telling y'all, man, I agree with him as far as his viewpoints on certain things. However, the way he handled his divorce is like, you know what I'm saying? But it's different for everybody because unless you in that dude's shoes, man, you have no idea what it's like, yo. It's a whole nother world, man, and you feel like you're the only one going through it. And I had some solid people in my corner, not to mention y'all and my family and people who reminded me who I was. So my guard was up because when it got nasty, it got nasty. And if I didn't protect myself towards the end and made sure some of my finances were in line, I mean, it's over now, so I can say whatever I want. I probably would have had my dick in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Assed out, literally, because when a woman's scoring, she's scoring, yo. Yeah. And it's hard to break that out of them, man. When they're on a mission, they're self-destructive. No matter, anybody could get it. The kids are collateral damage, cribs are collateral damage, all types of stuff. So my guard was up because of that situation. But meeting the right person just allowed me to just let my guard down and be vulnerable again and just trust her fully. And I've never been in that position where I could just leave the phone on the counter and go upstairs and vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's peace. I mean, it's peace, it's freedom, it's serene, it's vibe. So I came from that situation and I'm in this situation now. So my guard was up for a minute, but she didn't make me do this. I decided to do this because living like that was just for me wasn't peace. You know what I'm saying? But there is a certain level of transparency still. Or separation, because I have my account, she has her account, but when we come up together, we do things together, you know what I'm saying? So it's not everybody's left in the dark. So that's kind of how I approach it, moving into this new relationship.
Yo, sorry for the interruption. I won't be long, I promise. This episode of 4 Quarters is brought to you by Fly Supply CO. Go follow Fly Supply CO at Fly Supply CO.
You know what I'm saying? Just to answer, I don't know if I answered your question, but
nah, you did. You said you decided though. That's big, bro. That's
I made that decision to where I wasn't forced. I didn't feel swayed. I didn't feel pressured into doing something I didn't really want to do.
Yeah, I know. You said So you said because of the divorce, that's what kind of got your guard up. Yeah. But say before that, how were you moving with your finances? Were you really like before the divorce, before the trauma?
Yeah.
Were you kind of like open? I asked that because myself, I haven't been through a divorce. I haven't been through that type of trauma, but I'm not really open with my finance with anyone. Period. But I know I'm in a different situation because you were married, so I know that's a different situation. But me, I feel like naturally I'm not really gonna be open and be like, oh, this is what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, how were you before like your divorce and everything?
I really want to say it depends on that person, man. I think with the person I was involved with before, I just felt like I had to protect myself for some reason. It wasn't always, I ain't gonna sit here and act like it wasn't always, it was all bad times. It was great times, man. High school sweethearts, but sometimes we didn't know each other and it just wasn't what it was. It turned out to not be what it is, and because we grew apart, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But even in that situation, I was guarded because we both kind of came up together and I was establishing certain things, she was doing her thing, but as you know, finances increased and income came into play, I was still on the fence about certain things because of certain characteristics. You get what I'm saying? So I had no choice but to keep my guard up just to protect myself. And to be honest with you, I feel like that was probably the best decision I ever made. Because when you're in a situation where you damn near about to lose everything you worked your ass off for, it ain't a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they don't have your best interests at heart. I'm coming to the shop and it's like, you really want to leave your what you already built to pursue some new fashion with to pursue something that you think that's gonna make sense? I never had that 100%, 110% support. So why would you be entitled to everything that I established? And going back to what I originally said, certain things that I established on my own, no support, X, Y, and Z. And when it came down to it, I'm looking at the paperwork. You wanted it all, but you never supported me in the beginning to get all this. You get what I'm saying? So my guard was super up. Going into the next situation, y'all boys know I came into the shop, boy. I had war stories. I was conquering everything. I was doing. I mean, I was out here, man. But that ain't living. You know what I'm saying? I was existing. I wasn't really living.
Let me ask you this. I don't even want to make this like solely just about Red. You feel me? I don't want to make it like that, but you did weather a lot of storms with that. But and I know you, like you said, in the current situation, it seems like you both discuss finances, and you guys are both comfortable in that space discussing finances together. Yeah. But like, cause it's something I be thinking about. Like, do the men supposed to pay all the bills, or should bills be split with the woman? Cause for me, I'm not gonna lie, like that's okay if a guy split the bills up with his girlfriend or his wife, whatever. That's cool with me. But me, I just don't know how to receive help from a female, even males, but like from a female. You know what I mean? Like if I'm at dinner, and the bill comes, I just feel awkward. Like you'd be like, all right, man. Hey, little mama, how much you got? Little mama, how much you got on? How much you got on this? You feel me? Yeah, you gonna, okay, I'm gonna pay for this, but you gotta pay for the tip. Like that's never been my style. You know what I'm saying? So like in my household, I pay everything. You know what I mean? I pay all the bills. That's just what I do. But I do also think that it's okay if a female or a male is working towards something and they don't have it right now, and their partner is taking over the bills for that time being or whatever, and then while that person is getting themselves together, and maybe you can assist in other ways. Maybe you can cook. You can probably cook. You can probably keep the house clean, or just.
I've been on both sides of the fence. Like, well, my people ain't have it. All right, go to school, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I got us. Shit, I'm finna take this risk. I'm quitting this job. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, I'm only getting. Then I remember at one point when we first started, we was getting like $200 a week to $600 a week. Dang shit, you feel me? Right. We gotta patch up and make this shit work. You feel me? Like, especially when you got kids. I don't see nothing. If it's a partnership, it's a partnership. So ain't really no gender, to me ain't no gender like roles. Like shit, when my first jit was born, I took a maternity leave just so my kid wouldn't have to go to daycare, you feel me? Like that's something that a female is supposed to do, you feel me? But I did that so, you know what I'm saying, they could go ahead and finish their shit and get their doctorates or whatever, you feel me? Shit, when it's my time to take a risk and do some shit, they step up and do what they supposed to do. So I feel like me, I don't feel like it's like if you in a partnership, if you're in a relationship, whatever you want to call it, like shit, you supposed to make it happen.
You said the key word, man, partnership. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Cause all it's a business, kid.
Facts. To a certain extent.
To an extent, it's love, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, on paper, like, shit, we building this legacy together. We both sharing the last name, you feel me? So, like, shit, growing up, my old boy used to pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? My old girl ain't work, but it's 5 kids in the crib. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that in itself is a bill being, like, taken care of if you don't got to pay for daycare. I got 2 jits. Aftercare is, like, aftercare. After you pay for, you know what I'm saying, school and shit, that's a whole nother, probably, like, $200 a week. You feel me? Like, so I feel like you got to do whatever it make to make it work. And today, like, our society, dog, it ain't even society. It's like social media and like lazy people, lazy girls who probably don't want to work, put out this shit like a nigga supposed to pay for everything. A nigga should, like, I watch my dad, you know what I'm saying, if you could, but shit.
It gotta be a give and take though. It can't just be like going one way and then you not receiving anything in return. It don't even gotta be monetary, like you saying. You gotta be contributing in different ways, like holding down the crib, making sure X, Y, and Z is taken care of, making sure the shorties are straight, the household is straight. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Cause like what if like you and your people, both y'all making bread. Ain't nothing to say, all right, man, I got the bills. But what fuck the bills, what's really important is what you fucking saving. You feel me? Like it ain't shit if I'm just paying bills. What's that? how much bread in your savings account, dog? You feel me? So I don't mind paying the bills. You go put your check up, you feel me? Or you pay that, I'm gonna put this check up. Like, you just got, to me, my opinion, you just gotta have a plan. Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, both of y'all, my bad, G. Yeah, both of y'all says key words, that partnership. Yeah, it's really about the partnership. To me personally, you know, shit, either the man or the woman, they gotta, you know, add value, I feel, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be an asset rather than it's just a liability and stuff like that. So, and then like you said, it's like other things you can provide if it's even just not so monetarily, like peace, like one of your boys, that's big, you know what I'm saying? Or even like time, if like she handles certain things, he or she handles certain things where you free up your time, then she's providing more time for you. So that all that stuff just adds up to where you can like build that legacy further, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I have to relearn some things because I think I don't really know how to accept help. And but in my household, my mom and my dad, they split the bills. Well, he used to have his check, he'll give it to my mom. My mom would do what she got to do, and whatever's left over, then what happened. And my mom worked as well, so I witnessed teamwork for years. But I think where my trauma came from as a kid was we could never ask anybody for nothing. So you go to somebody's house, what? You better sit still. You can't run around. Even if the other kids are playing around, you couldn't do it. You couldn't ask for no water. If somebody even offered it to you, then maybe you could get away with that. But all that going to somebody's house asking, that. So I think I was thinking about it one time because somebody told me you're okay with always doing something for everybody, but you don't know how to receive it back. So I think like even with, you know, paying the bills, you know, you always want to be the guy that pay the bills. You know what I mean? Definitely if you know you have more than that person. Like if you making $50,000 and you know this person only making $10,000, you know, kind of like what you were saying, like we gonna alternate it. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like with me, since I've always been in a position where I had a little bit of surplus, I was able to take care of everything, and I take pride in that. Because there was, at the time when I had that living arrangement, it was times where I was taking care of, well, the whole time I take care of all the bills, but the meal's gonna be cooked, house clean, and you know, groceries, you know, that was taken care of, everything else was taken care of, you know what I mean? So, like you said, it has to have some sort of balance, but like you said, social media kind of messed up the vibe where they be thinking like the dude gotta do that or he a scrub.
Without her
I don't
doing
agree with
anything
that.
at all times.
Without her doing anything.
Or you might even be labeled a paymaster if you holding down the crib and X, Y, and Z. But
I watched my old boy, like, when he was younger, like when I was in elementary school, it ain't look like it. Like, you know, like what it was. But in the end, dog, when you doing all these jobs, working all this time, dog, to pay all these bills, like, you really, like, putting wear and tear on yourself, you feel me? You know, it feel mentally. So like, dog, like, that shit is cool. Every nigga want to feel like the man. Like, everybody want to feel like, you know what I'm saying, they holding down their tribe or whatever the case may be. That's cool. But, like, dog, you got to preserve your energy, too. I'm saying that to say, like, you say, I like, damn, boy, I got to reprogram my shit. You got to reprogram your shit because what's going to happen is eventually you being the one who handle everything, who going to handle it for you when it's time to? Now, you done put all these years into not, you say you been like this since a kid. You done put all these years in not being able to ask for help and shit like that. So even when it's time to get the help, you could probably go be like, you gonna be old and stubborn in your ways. Like, nigga might be like, hey, let me take the track. I got this shit. You feel me? Like,
without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, I feel like my opinion with that shit is like, man, y'all got a plan. Hey, we go set ourselves up to afford this type of lifestyle, but we go also set ourselves up to save for this type of lifestyle too. Cause if you paying all the bills, dog, you could stack somewhat, but your whole purpose of being with somebody is so y'all could go further. Me, my opinion, like, bro, I don't need a bitch for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could cook. I know how to clean. My parents told me how to. I had chores growing up. You out here every day, man. She taught, hey, boy, I gotta clear. I gotta go cook dinner. Niggas know how to cook. Niggas know how to clean. I don't even clean no more. I pay people for that shit. You feel me? I don't even clean up the crib. Hey, you come every 2 weeks, do your deep cleaning. I'm a maintenance, keep everything in order. You feel me? So like, your whole reason for partnering up with people is like, all right, we finna get to this level at this pace. What you doing? What you putting in the pot? I don't care if it's, you know what I'm saying, 25K, 50K, whatever. As long as we got like, we adding up. You know what I'm saying? The shit, that's, as long as we adding and multiplying, you feel me, dog? Yeah. That's what really matters to me, dog. All that other shit, man, like who paying this, who paying that, that shit really, to me, it don't matter. That's the world, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people gotta live in everybody gotta have their own strategies, you feel me? Yeah. Like you say, like, shit, if somebody cook clean, and that's a lot. Yeah. Cause you could be paying for somebody to do that shit too, but that's a lot. But that's your plan, you feel me? If that works for you and your partner, what works for you and your partner, what works for me and my partner. As long as y'all get to where y'all need to go. Now, if you doing all that and you ain't where you want to be at, that's when you fucked up. You feel me?
Yeah, and it's only going one way, and that's where the resentment comes into play too. You know what I'm saying? I know. Okay, so let's just put it like this: you in a relationship with somebody, right? I'm an old soul, like I'm a traditional dude. I seen it growing up. My old boy, he held down the whole crib, took care of the mortgage, the major bills, right? And it kind of filtered over to me where I'm the man of the house. I take on that role and responsibility willingly to be the man of my household, because I feel like the man should lead and not the woman should follow, but at least trust her man and trust the process. You get what I'm saying? So I take on that role unapologetically to make sure my household and my kids and my wife is I gotta lead by example, long story short, right? So I personally handle all the bills in my crib, right? Whether she's up or whatever it is, but I know she's building towards getting to where she wants to get. And she's already actually there because she came from a situation where she was already in a corporate world. It's already got bread stacked up. Is already establishing certain things for herself and us, not just for herself, but we got our separate entities. But we working together to continue to build. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that brought up the health insurance for everybody in the house. She's bringing up trust, establishing the trust, establishing a will. Meditation, keeping my stress level down, because Reggie, I need you here until we both check out. You know what I mean? I don't need your stress level so high and you're gonna work yourself to exhaustion or whatever it is. So I got somebody that's pouring into me, and then we pouring back into each other, but we pouring into the same glass. So it'll be full and spill over, but that's our glass and that's our life that we're establishing together. But now if it's going one way and you just pouring into somebody, that's where resentment comes into place. That's where, man, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you just moving at a dead end.
And you're emptying yourself.
And you got nothing else to give. And now you just a bitter ass old man and just mad at the world. But you set yourself up like that because you chose a partner that's not gonna reciprocate certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Or you could, even if you ain't choose them, shit, you probably set it up. You probably done did things to kind of give them. Yeah. You know, you created. Yeah, you enabled them to the point where they feel like, damn. So now when you start to feel like, man, I need this, or you start seeing shit, you can't even get that out of them. And you done built a decade and a half.
What's wild, like saying what you just said, is like, for years I used to beat myself up and be like, damn, you know, you hear certain things like, damn, you did too much. But then you also have people in my corner who know my character and be like, nah, you ain't do too much for that person. You actually did too much for the wrong person. You get what I'm saying? But when you have that right person who's willing to, you know what I'm saying? Who knows how to receive that information?
Who's equally yoked with you? Because it sounds like y'all, whatever what you got now, y'all equally yoked. Exactly. That's a beautiful situation, honestly, for real. Like, she got her thing established, and I've been knowing you for years. You've been establishing your thing. Yeah. So y'all coming together, it's like, that reminds me of that analogy you gave about the horse, the horse who pulled, the Belgian horse. So much blessings on that. That's a vibe, bro.
So what's good, world? It's Rick the Vibe here, man. Hey, make sure y'all following us on IG, 4QTRS. That's 4 Quarters Podcast. Keep up with us on IG. You can also find us on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, the whole nine, man. Y'all keep up with us. We out here.
Hey, let me ask you this. So do you supposed to get a hall pass? No. Do I'm not saying nobody up here. I'm just saying do men who take care of everything, all the bills, do everything, should they get a hall pass? Like, should they be able to slide? Like women too. I'm just throwing this out there because I see that a lot. Like sometimes people be like, man, it's the type of dude you chose. This dude got all this going on. He got millions and millions of dollars. He has, he got status. You know what you signed up for. Or should it be that even though that person have all, the surplus of, things, materialistic things, should they still be responsible enough to be faithful to the person who they chose to deal with? Because when you have a surplus, man, I think Rick Ross had that line in the song. He said, "All the evil I can do with my wealth," or something like that. It was something. One of them said that. So it's like when you have that surplus, you can get very, very crafty. Cause now you can have a house here, you can have a high rise over here that they don't even know about. Females. I'm talking about male and females. I'm not even trying to single the males out. Yeah, they better at the game than us. You know what I'm saying? They run circles around us. You know what I mean? So do you think people in that situation, male and females, should they get that hall pass? Should they get that little, man, I seen this, I seen this in the phone.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a hall pass, but I know we could get away with more. I'm gonna keep it super G.
I feel like love is love, kid. Like if you're in a relationship, shit, just cause you got a certain amount of income coming in don't make it different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, the same way it was if you was making a stack a week, you know what I'm saying? It should be the same way if you make a meal a week, you feel me? Like, that's me, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, like, what's changing it? Because you got more bread and you taking care of everything? Like, shit, that's the person you chose. Like, I know it's certain people in life that kind of do that shit. Well, they a star, you know what I'm saying? They doing this, they doing that shit come with it, but, like, shit, I don't think you should get a hard pass because of what you make or what you taking care of, because that's just...
I do know on the flip side, though, no pun intended. So peep this, though. If a girl making more than you, the moment y'all have that argument, man, I put money on 99% of the time she gonna get ready to kick your ass out of her crib. I'm the one on the lease. I'm X, Y, and Z. I'm sorry, world, for saying this, but it is. I'm sorry, not sorry, really. But I just feel like women are wired a little different when they have when they have leverage in a certain situation. You get what I'm saying?
Niggas, I ain't gonna lie, guys too though. That shit go that way. Yeah, there go.
They gonna use that card out the gate.
Man,
The guys are gonna always use
bro, they go do it without. They go do it without it. Like if they pay for a dinner, they go pay like the wrong one. You feel me? Like, oh, I done pay. They keep tabs on everything.
So who should pay for the first date?
I ain't gonna lie.
Who should pay for the first date?
I'm gonna go by me. I'm gonna pay for the first. I'm
What if she extra?
For one, I don't care. I'm finna wow you. I'm trying to first date. I'm trying to get them. You know, I'm trying to get you.
No, I'm gonna pay too.
First date.
If she offers though, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to think about it like, damn, boy, she kind of on some real shit like that. That's some like,
yeah, it's a light bulb.
I'm gonna let you pay, but the fact that you offering to pay shows me your character.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay.
If you offer like, yo, let's go here, it's like, even if I have people like, yo, we should go here for drinks and probably like go somewhere, like, damn, boy, this ain't really what I'm trying to pay for.
You say we should go.
Yeah, you know
but
what I'm saying? Like,
offer your dollar.
Yeah, offer my buck. You know what I'm saying? Offer my.
Not shy when it's time to order. I'm talking about. One of the appetizers, mains. Most expensive drinks.
No
Yeah.
baby, you know
What? Hey, those girls don't get drunk either.
They got bottomless pits.
What? What do you call it? Dinner scammers?
oh yeah, dinner scammers. Yeah. Dinner scammers. They'll get you just for dinner and shit, huh? And not even call you and shit. You pay for everything, huh? Sheesh.
Yeah, I bet, huh?
Hit a little sexy fish, huh?
Yeah, most deaf. But yeah, man, so finances is Important.
Yeah, it plays a very important role in relationships, an established relationship. Yeah, in my opinion. Unestablished relationships, man, it's like it's on you. I ain't gonna lie, y'all boys know I'm a certified lover boy, man. I be on vibes. You know what I'm saying? I just like to have a good time, man. And truth be told, man, it ain't even me on some like just being on some paymaster vibes. Like you gonna come on, we gonna have a good time. And I like to have a good time. We not going to Applebee's. We going to might go to Barton G because I like what's over there. You know what I'm saying?
Cause you go over there by yourself, like
solo vibes.
Yeah, I be doing that.
Solo vibes. You gonna catch me on the rooftop sipping Don P Dolo. Yeah. But if I have some companionship, then you coming with me. It's just gonna be a good vibe.
I feel like, man, the reason why we pay for stuff too is because our ego. You feel me? Like that's a part of being a man. Like we supposed to go hunt and get. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, we supposed to go hunt and get the bread. So you know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why we do it. Like you said, an established relationship. Now you have a purpose on why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all building a legacy. On a random relationship, the friendship, you know what I'm saying? This is like, I'm flexing right now, you feel me? Like I feel good today. You could get that Louis back, you feel me? Like, ain't no strings attached. You could get it. I just feel good, you feel me? Like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? But in a purposeful relationship, like, man, a purposeful relationship, she gonna be like, yo, you just brought me one of these. I don't need another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the shit I like. When somebody like trying to like stop me from burning that bread. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who letting me burn that bread, like I'm gonna pay more attention to that than anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? What? And then they tell you like they know. Yeah, chill. I know you got it. Like you don't have to buy me this. You already brought me. I already got 2 black ones. You feel me? Like that's when you know like you got some shit for real. What?
At the end of the day, it's our best interest.
What?
If it's going one way, then you making out like a bandit. You gonna leave with everything. I got you.
What? Now you gonna be drained.
So that's how you know you found an anchor to hold you down. But like, how would you close it out, Reg? How would you close it out?
Relationships and finances, man. At the end of the day, man, I just feel like it's really on you and your makeup as a person and who you want to see yourself with, if that's the route you want to go. If you're looking to establish a partnership and a fruitful relationship with that person, then you know certain things you got to look out for. But if you out here your own vibes, then and it ain't tricking if you got it, right? Yeah. And you can't be mad if you did it and then now you getting a different type of energy from that person because you knew what you was doing out the gate. So with that being said, man, I feel like, man, when it comes to relationship and finances, you have to know what you're signing up for. You also got to know what you're willing to do. And if you're willing to deal with that stress, because you set it up a certain kind of way, now you got to keep it a certain kind of way, then that's on you. However, if you know what you're building with that person and they're reciprocating that same type of energy and love and having a stress-free freedom environment, then that's the most beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes, and I feel like everybody, if you're trying to establish something that's solid with real foundation, you gotta have them difficult conversations, man. You gotta talk about finances. It can't be, you can always have separation, but you also gotta like be working towards something, in my opinion.
Even then, even when somebody don't got nothing, dog, like let's say you got a girl who, like, not saying they don't have nothing, but like they not working, right? You gotta know what you don't have so I can make sure you have enough. So you gotta, like, yo, I don't want nobody come to me asking me like for $50 here, $100 there, $70. I'm like, damn, so, all right, so how much you think you need to spend a month or a week, whatever the case may be? You got everything requires a plan, dog. You feel me? Yeah. Or else you gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? I'm spending all this bread like loosely. Yeah. I need to put this in my budget. You feel me? Like,
real. Yeah, man. So, relationship and advices, man, is like what? Relationship and finances, my fault. They go hand in hand. It can make or break most relationships. It's just you got to know what you're signing up for and what you're willing to deal with.
Facts. Yeah. So, get you the right one. Anchor down with the right person.
Rick said something earlier. Purposeful relationships.
Purposeful.
Hey, man, that boy 21 Savage said something in their new album, him and Drake. He like, man, I ain't wasting no time. I can't get it back. It's like, you feel me? Every relationship should be every business relationship should be purposeful. You don't want to have a business relationship and somebody just trying to like, your idea, what you think the business supposed to be is, well, I'm trying to have a 10-year plan. They business relationship with you is like, well, I'm just trying to, I just trying to get what I can for this week, you know what I'm saying, of the month, or the year. A year ain't shit no more. A year feel like, boy, a year go by so fast, dog. Blink an eye, dog. A year ain't shit no more. It ain't even enough time in a year no more, kid. I used to think it wasn't enough time in a day. Dog, a year, you could blink by and a year go by. You feel me? Like, time crazy, bro. Like, but shit, relationships is purposeful if you know, like, shit, how to, time and money is the same thing, you feel me?
Yeah. You don't want to waste either one of them.
What?
Well, shoot, that's what it is, man. 4 quarters, man.
All right, y'all. So you made it to the end of this episode, man. Dope. We got even way more things to give you guys. Be sure to go to 4quarters.podcast and learn more information. Subscribe, like, share this, tag a couple friends, do all that. And then also check out FSC Academy, where we'll be dropping our ebook, our training courses on how to build a brand, teamwork, just everything from how to actually even trademark your logos, the whole nine, man. We're giving a lot of free game on there. So sign up, tune in, subscribe, like. See you on the next one.
We out.